Hey guys, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on drawing Dragonborn bodies and how you can use the head to measure out the proportions, and it's going to be a lot of math and I'm really sorry. Again, I'll also give you two different ways to draw the legs, so let's do that first. So there's more of a kind of, I would call them like werewolf legs, where they've got the shorter lower leg portion and the foot kind of sticks up, so it almost looks like they have like these weird joints. So there's that, and then there's the more human version, which is that. So you've got two different versions. I'm going to use this one for my tutorial, and then you can play with it on your own if you so wish. And I will give you the proper measurement system for this and for this, so you can do either or for yourself. So when we're starting off with our Dragonborn, we always start with the head because this is our measurement tool, and the head sits in a ball. And we're just gonna throw this snout in here. And I was watching on Twitter and I saw everyone doing their Dragonborns. There are a lot of people drawing Dragonborns from my video, and I'm so happy that the video helped and has been helping people, and I hope this one helps as well. Like, it's really cool to see you guys like tackle these drawing challenges with like the videos I post, and it brings me joy. You bring me joy. Okay, so I'm gonna make the measurement of the box, or the ball, and I'm gonna create this box, and this is gonna be my measurement box, so it's the same size as the ball that I started the head with. And by using this box, it's a lot easier to measure, and it gives you more proportions to your specific Dragonborn. So we're gonna drop a box down, and that's the chin. So from here to here, that's going to be about where the clavicle starts. But from the halfway point, that's going to be where the shoulders start. Because the neck goes in and sits in the rib cage. So that box point right here is very important, because that's kind of where the clavicle is. And then you can join the neck muscles there. Now for the width of a Dragonborn, it depends on how big or skinny your Dragonborn is. So my guy, I'm going to be about, I'd say, 3 heads wide. Quite broad individual. I like drawing specs on things. Anyways, okay. So from this point back here, the rib cage is actually going to start up at the back here, and it goes forward like that. So that kind of is where the neck stuff sits in. So we're going to start the width of the rib cage up there, and it's going to be about a box. And then at the halfway point here, we're going to put essentially what 2 boxes wide. It's a little bit too wide. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we have a box there. It sits in those boxes. And then we're going to drop down another box. But we're also going to add in a 1/4 of a box. So half of a half on either side. So basically this ends up being a box and a half on the bottom. And then we're just going to draw an oval. We'll drop down another half box here. Okay, so that's going to be our oval. That's our rib cage. Rib cages are quite large. And then from the outside of the rib cage, we're going to drop down 2 sides, which is going to be 2 boxes wide. And we're going to give, so this half box here that I put for the bottom of the rib cage, I'm going to drop that down a little bit, and that's going to be the top of my pelvis, the bottom of that box. Now the pelvis actually tilts a bit forward, so I'm going to do that, and it'll actually meet up at the bottom of that there. But that doesn't matter, because we're just drawing straight on boxes. So the pelvis is 2 boxes wide and a box deep, essentially. Or you can do a box and a half deep. It's not a big deal. If the character is female, I would go 2.5 boxes or 2.25 boxes, because females tend to have wider hips. But again, I will let you be the judge of your own character, how you want to draw it. It just gives more of the illusion of wider hips. Anyway, so about the midpoint here. No, we're gonna go right down to the bottom there, and then that's about where the belly button would be. Okay, so how do we get the legs on? Well, the legs start halfway, so this is the pelvis box right here. Let's do this. So yeah, it's like a box and a half. Anyway, so halfway down the pelvis. So this box line, halfway, that's where the femur starts. So the femur's going to go out. So that's about half a box length. And then you're going to measure 1, 2 box lengths. So half box length, 1, 2 box lengths. And then the bottom portion of the leg, because we're doing these legs, is going to be 2 box lengths. Okay. Then we're going to go a box and a half in length. So there's a box, there's a half, and then half a box length. Box and a half, half a box. Now you can make bigger toes or smaller toes or figure out things, but for right now we're just going to do that. So how you get the thickness of the legs, I generally like to keep the upper thigh about 1 box width, and then the knee is about half a box. The the lower leg goes from about half a box down to a quarter of a box, and then it widens back out into the foot to about half a box length wide. Those are just basic measurements. You can modify these any way you would, any which way you like. I'm just going to quickly draw on this here. So hopefully play around, and then the tail comes, like if we were drawing this guy from the side here, the tail would start up at the top of the bum and come around down the bum. So we'll see the tail kind of out like that. Now the arms, see where the clavicle is? The arms are going to sit like about right there. That's where the shoulders start. And upper arm, 2 boxes, lower arm, 2 boxes, hand, about a box. And then we'll just like do some musculature on those. The arms shouldn't get wider than 3/4 of a box or half a box, depending on the area of the arm. And then they shouldn't go smaller than about 1/4 of a box. And you can do 2 boxes in length, 2 boxes in length. And again, you can modify these for any kind of body type you want for your character. I'm doing a relatively muscular build for this dude. Give him a little bit of a loincloth for some propriety here. Now for chest muscles, do you see how I did this circle here? That's where the pecs are going to fall. And at the first box drop, for the 2 boxes wide, that's going to be about where your pecs sit. And then halfway down this next box, that's where you're going to see the first kind of like, that's the where the rib cage, it looks like an ab, but it's actually the bottom of the rib cage. And then you can kind of use these. There's 1 set, there's 2 sets, and then there's the bottom. You can use those box marks as to discern the abdominals. And then just do some things there. Remember that this neck muscle is actually attached at the side. So you'll see kind of, it'll attach up here, like the outside of the eyeball is the inner, and then the outside of the jaw is the outer version of that muscle, if you would like to draw that. Anyways, here is an 8-minute relative tutorial on drawing a Dragonborn body. I will have more tutorials on drawing different other species, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. A quick note on how to draw this kind of leg. So here's the pelvis. We are halfway through the pelvis. Again, this is 2.5 boxes long. And then the bottom of the leg, again, is 2.5 long. And then this is about 1.5 boxes long. So it all averages out in the end. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you have any questions. Yeah. Happy drawing. Bye-bye.